we're live. Hello, everyone. I'm hoping we'll see people in the chat. Let me drop our links in here real quick. Kapow.work/donate Mia. Right?
Yeah, sorry. I didn't realize you were having this.
Pinning. Amazing. I don't see anyone in the chat, so maybe we're just in a ghost town. That'd be pretty cool. We're in the back room.
I don't think you had like a streaming.
Stream starting soon.
Yeah.
That's why we're waiting for people to file in, guys. It's cool. I'll go to stream starting soon. Y'all can wait for me. This is an Easter egg. All right, we got some folks over here. How are y'all doing? It's been a sec. It's been a week because we are between streaming setups. And additionally, we had our 12-hour live stream last week. So we needed a little break immediately after our case got dismissed. I was supposed to spend all of last week in trial, and instead I did other stuff, like not be in trial, which was awesome. My name is Kat Abou-Ghazaleh. I once upon a time ran for Congress, and by once upon a time, that was like 2 months ago in Illinois. And now I am running an organization called Kapow, which is helping integrate mutual aid and direct action into politics. But before that, a little preview of this stream. We are going to be finishing our Lego version of my cat heater, which we started during our 12-hour stream. Additionally, we're going to be talking about ICE, what's happening at Delaney Hall, how it interacts with everything that's been happening, the Spokane 3, what happened at Broadview, what happened in Minneapolis, as well as federal corruption. And we're going to be talking about some exciting events about Kapow, because there's exciting stuff happening over here. Someone said big onion supporter here. I don't even know what that is. All right, chat, how we doing? Glad to see people here. So first off, I want to say thank you to everyone who supported and contributed to Andre's and my legal funds, as well as any of my co-defendants. You can still find my co-defendants fundraisers at Linktree/Broadview6. Today we are raising money for I actually need to fix this link because it's not a hyperlink. Amateur stuff over here coming from me. For Kapow. And I kind of want to reintroduce this to y'all because let me finish these links first. I am also accompanied by my wonderful Mias. That's right, multiple Mias. I'm not going to tell you how many, but they're here. Why is the keyboard so slow? There we go. Oh my God, how did I screw up the link twice? This is so embarrassing. Guys, it's not a stream without tech issues. We all know this. What's the plural of Mias? What do y'all think? Mias? Mi? M squared. So you don't know if it's 2 or 4 Mias. Sorry, 2 or 4 M squared. What is the, what's the, like, a murder of crows? What is it for Mia? Okay. I feel like a collective. But let me know.
Murder sounded cool.
A murder of Mia's? Sure.
Murder of Mia's. I'm great. Yeah.
All right, there we go. We got our links all pinned for today. Amazing. Please let me know if there are any issues with them. So, I wanted to talk a bit about our organization because it's really exciting, and we haven't been able, specifically, I haven't been able to put my whole pussy into it because since our campaign ended, since we started it, I've been constantly preparing for trial, undergoing the stress along with the executive director of my organization, former coworker, and former co-defendant Andre Martin, because that is right, half of our staff was under federal indictment. So we haven't been able to put 100% of ourselves in, and now we can, and we're very, very exciting. Oh my God, meows as a multiple of Mia's.
I'm into it. Yeah, it's cute.
But now that we don't have to constantly be under the threat of federal indictment, now that we have sufficiently recovered from the campaign, we can focus on Kapow and what we're trying to do. So basically, the best part of my campaign, in my opinion, was how we integrated mutual aid and direct action into every part of our race. Our office doubled as a mutual aid hub, so people could come by and get whatever they needed, from clothes to Narcan to books to toiletries. We put food and perishables in the community fridge down the street, and that was great for the people that needed it, because I personally think that if you want to represent a community, you should actively be trying to help it and not just dangling positive change like a carrot till after election day. The reason I thought about this really seriously before I ran was in 2024, I saw how much money we spent just to lose to Donald Trump. And if we'd even spent 5% of that $1 billion stocking local food banks and funding local clinics, I think we could have made a real difference. And I think we could have won. And even if we didn't, we would have helped thousands, if not millions, of people. Additionally, it shows what you're about rather than just saying what your values are. And at a time when so many people have lost faith in politics, I think that's really important. So we wanted to help other people do that, because guess what? It worked for us. A lot of people didn't think we would break 5% when I launched my campaign. They thought it was a long shot. And we came second in a field of 16, closer to first than third, beating out multiple elected officials. And that is with the power of the federal justice system, APAC, the Republican Party, factions of the Democratic Party, and a lot of other very weird forces coming against us. It was completely funded by the people, and we used our resources to help others. And it turns out that our number one persuader for undecided voters was our mutual aid efforts. It was our backpack drive, where we helped the day before school 500 students get backpacks with stickers and folders and pens and pencils, and had local businesses catering in the historically Black and historically underfunded ward of Evanston. It was our coat drive and car wash, where we had people just driving by and we asked people to bring old winter coats they had. We were able to collect, I think, over 100, and they were gone in almost a week, but we had even more come. Because at the doors, we would also have people say, if y'all don't know, I'm kind of a polarizing figure to some, I don't like that girl. And our door knockers were able to say, that's totally fine. You can come yell at her in person. Just bring by an old coat you have, or some boots, or any clothes, or maybe your kids have outgrown their diapers. Bring them by, because we need that. Our community needs that. And it was the number one volunteer recruitment tool, because people feel helpless in the face of fascism. And when you give people an opportunity to help, they do it. Corporate oligarchs and the people in political power have tried so hard to keep us separated from each other. They want us to doom scroll all day. They want us to feel helpless. And by giving local opportunities with political implications, but not always political appeal or a political interest, you get people involved. So that's what we're doing with Kapow. It's what we did with our campaign. Every day of the week, except when we take a day off, we have movie nights and game nights. We do knitting circles. We have mending days where people come in with their sewing machines and repair clothes for our community or teach people how to do it. We make sure that people have what they need, and we are helping other candidates around the country do that. So now that we are done, or at least done with the insane trial part of our case, we're doing kind of a relaunch, kind of a rebrand. And we are on June 13th having a concert at Book Club. We have a lot of fun opportunities. We hope that you'll be there. We will be posting about it as soon as tickets are on sale. We also are asking for people to donate. We have a little counter down here at the bottom. I have my cursor over it. You can't see it, but you can do that at the link that's pinned in both chats. It's not like a campaign. There's no maximum. You don't have to be American to donate. You don't have to be a permanent resident or American citizen. You can be watching this from anywhere in the world and contribute. And you can help us help other candidates make a new type of politics, because I would like feeding people and clothing people to be the expectation rather than the exception, especially because it is convincing. I was talking to a really cool woman, I'll name her as soon as she gives me permission to, where she tried to get the Democratic Party to do this in 2020 and 2022. And they said, well, there's been no case study for it, so we can't do it. Guess what? We were the case study. We did it ourselves, and it fucking works. So help us help other candidates do that. There are a lot that we're working with alongside Common Power, which has graciously helped us get off the ground. Common Power is a wonderful organization that sends volunteers all around the country to party changing races, to purple races and progressive races that can move the needle. They sent volunteers to ours, and they knock doors. They make sure that the name of that candidate can get out, and they make a difference. In our race, they went to some of the weirdest gerrymandered areas where it was like 3 blocks wide, and rented cars so people could knock doors and make sure that people knew about our campaign. They made a huge impact. I haven't checked chat. Holy Kapow is great for donations. I'll figure out, one day we will have a sound back again. I do miss Holy Cow, and I say it way too much. But yeah, we are just trying to change how politics is done, because obviously it's not sufficient, and there is no status quo that I have existed under that I want to go back to. I don't know about y'all, but I know most people my age feel the same way. And if there's no status quo we want to go back to, why not change our current status quo? And I also grew up Republican. If there's anything that would have made me a Democrat faster than becoming one at like age 16 or 17, it would have been seeing Democrats take true action like this. And I know others feel the same way, because we didn't just win the city of Chicago, we won McHenry County. For those who don't know, it is this weird gerrymandered portion of our district. It is the only county in the Chicagoland area that voted for Trump the last 3 elections. We won both the city of Chicago and McHenry County. So please donate at kapow.org/donate. We have our little counter down here. It'd be really great to get to like 22,000 tonight. Let's see. We're going to be making Lego heater. Also, someone said they're working on the campaign of a very pro-Palestine candidate here in Alabama. Would you be interested in more information to possibly support? Yes. We are not endorsing candidates right now, because I don't know if it'd make a difference, but we are helping candidates integrate this into their races and giving them, the advice and hopefully going out to provide resources to do that. You can reach out to us at hello@kapow.works or go to kapow.works as a candidate to set up a time to talk. And apologies to, I know there were like 3 or 4 candidates that I just straight up ghosted the week before last because my charges got dropped. It was all during this random hearing we had. I'm very sorry. I will be reaching out to you. I'm sorry. All right, let's get into Lego and talking about very depressing stuff. So if any of y'all have been watching about what's happening at Delaney Hall in New Jersey, there is an ICE facility where the detainees are on hunger strike and a labor strike, and they're refusing to eat or work until their demands are met. The main one is meeting with the governor, and instead the governor chose to sic police on protesters to maintain peace. That's just bullshit, and we have to stop falling for this. I think a piece I mentioned a lot is Caitlin Burns' piece from earlier last year, maybe even 2024, called "Democrats Have to Kill Their Inner Cop." And the idea is we have to stop acting like law enforcement is always the good guy, and it's just going to hurt us the more we do it. And we saw this in Illinois. The parallels between what's happening at Delaney and what happened at Broadview are almost identical. It's horrific to see happen again and again. In fact, last year, as we protested for people to be given their basic human rights, to be not just released, but at the very least, in the meantime, given beds, water, food, not be beaten or threatened into signing their self-deportations. Instead, the Illinois State Police was deployed to keep us in order. And I know the thought process was, look, Trump wants to invoke the Insurrection Act. We don't want to give him that excuse. But I said time and time again to everyone I knew that had any say in this matter, look, have your cops with a bullhorn with their backs to the protesters and their fronts to ICE. At the very least, if you get detained by ICE, then you could be shipped to Louisiana. If you get detained by us, we'll make sure you're home in an hour. But instead, they kettled us. They beat us. A lot of people thought when I got a black eye from a baton that it was ICE that did that. No, it was Illinois State Police. And this is collaboration. That's what it is. And it's time for New Jersey leaders to ask themselves, do they want to be seen as on the side of ICE, on the side of the secret police, or do they want to be on the side of the people? Because history will remember this. And it's absolutely pathetic to not have your law enforcement, supposedly serve and protect, be arresting the very people that are terrorizing communities, that are tear gassing innocent people, that are killing people in the streets. I'm fucking disgusted. Has law enforcement ever been on the right side of history? They got a chance right now. They have a chance right now. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. You want to be the good guy? You could, for once. Your reputation is in the toilet for good reason, and you have a chance to change that, and you're not. Every governor should be arresting ICE agents. If there are masked men on the street, you don't know if they're ICE. You don't know if they work for the federal government. You have no fucking idea. Arrest them. They should not be allowed to walk our streets. I don't know. Meows? Any thoughts?
If you want to be a good person, you should just do that.
Yeah, if you want to be a good person, you should just do that. They've had a chance countless times and never have, and we need to dismantle the system. I completely agree. But I'm saying right now, just for my own sake, for my own sanity, for God's sakes, so many people join a profession with a gun, especially when it comes to ICE, to feel cool and brave. You know what's actually cool and brave? Standing up for people. What's actually cool and brave is being on the right side of history. What's actually cool and brave is spitting the boot out of your mouth and standing with the people. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Any governor that is doing this needs to either change what they're doing or step down. I'm looking at LaMonica MacGyver, who's in New Jersey, who's still standing up for her constituents, who is still facing a trial, who is pregnant, who is being politically prosecuted, just as I and many other people were and have been and will be. And she's still doing it, so why can't you? It's pathetic. I'm not rich. I don't have any power besides whatever I have on Twitch and online, and my cat, who is very powerful, granted. But I'm still trying to do what I can. Why can't you? And then I'm looking at the Spokane 3. Have y'all heard about this? Mm-hmm. It's absolutely eerie how similar our cases are. The Spokane 3, originally the Spokane 9, were convicted of trying to impede an ICE agent the other day. If that sounds familiar to something else you've heard on this stream, it's because it's the exact same charges that I and the rest of the Broadview 6 faced. The 3 that were charged, of the 9, many of them did not know each other. If that sounds familiar, it's because the same thing happened with us. But they were charged with conspiracy to impede an ICE agent after ICE and local police beat people for peacefully protesting the unlawful detention of a lawful asylum seeker. When I'm reading about the case, it is genuinely so fucking weird to see the parallels. For instance, one of the people on there, Justice for All, one of the pieces of evidence against them was, and by the way, their name is literally Justice for All, which is the coolest name in the world, was the fact that they went on a bullhorn to tell people that they should not stay if they can't take a punch and have the willpower to not return one. In essence, be willing to get your ass beat and not return one, because this is what we're doing here. And they are using that. They use that as evidence against them. And there is also video in my case immediately after a van drives through us using a bullhorn to tell people to come back because they're about to get fucking obliterated. This happened literally, they were convicted literally 1 week after our charges were dropped, which are having ripple effects across the country in a variety of cases. And I just don't understand how we're supposed to, how people in power can continue to pretend that they're on our side. Like, at least have the dignity to go to a MAGA rally at this point. I don't know. Do either of the Mias want to come on? Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, come hang. I think I fucked up here somewhere.
You want to show progress?
Yeah, progress. Come hang. I miss you.
Here I come.
Here you come.
Hello.
Hello. If you want to pull over a comfier chair, please do.
Actually, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, bring over a comfier chair.
I'll be there soon.
Okay. I got this. Okay, no, I fucked this up. That's okay.
You'll be cat's height. Yes.
Oh my god, yay. Hold on, I'm scooching. Come hang, Mia. This is Mia from
Hi.
Chapel, if you're familiar with the YouTube channel. Thank you for being here, Mia Chapel. Your full
my
name.
God. Yeah, Mia Chuppel is my full name. Born and raised as Mia Chuppel. Hi, buddies.
Hi, guys. I don't know where I screwed up on this, so now I'm re-going through things. Mia, do you like ice?
No, absolutely
No?
not.
Why?
No.
You're just not a
Well,
fan?
Not a fan is one of the reasons for sure, but also because they seem to just be a Gestapo that loves harming people for fun. And
They like beating women a lot.
a lot.
They love beating women. Ice loves beating women.
ICE does love beating women. What do we think about that, chat?
I'm trying to get this out of your way so you can scooch it.
Oh, you're so fine.
There you go.
Thanks. Bloodthirsty, yeah.
Yeah, bloodthirsty fox. That's accurate. It's so cool to just be able to say anything I
It
want.
feels
now.
good.
It feels so good.
It feels really good.
Oh my god, it feels so good. When our charges got dropped, I immediately turned to my lawyer and I was like, "Can my first post be like fuck ICE now and forever?" And he's like, "You don't have to ask me. Like,
Oh,
you can just do it." And
to
that's
not
so
have to
cool.
ask your lawyer's permission anymore. Oh my god, freedom.
Thank you to the person in the chat who said my outfit is gorgeous. It's a little dress.
It's a little dress. And
State police have better training, but they're still police. State police are the ones that beat me and other Mia who's here.
period. I also better training. I don't know about that. Yeah, I'm just gonna move on from that. ICE loves pew-pewing innocent people. Yeah, especially women. Yes.
Guys, I think we just say shooting.
Yeah. ICE loves shooting innocent people.
ICE loves to shoot innocent people. There is nothing ICE loves more than shooting innocent people, and they would do it more if they could, and they will.
And they will.
And they will.
I am worried about this summer in Chicago.
That is one thing that us at Kapow are trying to do, which once again, please donate at kapow.org/donate. We want to prepare for what is going to be likely a... Huh?
Just pointing at the...
Oh, yeah, nice. I'm always bad at the mirroring. We are going to hopefully be getting some PPE, Dawn soap stocking up on things for when ice comes back, because that is not an if, it is a when question here in Chicago. This is a favorite cudgel for the right, and we have to be prepared. So Kapow will be doing that. So please donate at kapow.org/donate. I also want to give a shout out to some amazing journalists and friends. Amanda Moore, who is covering Delaney Hall right now for Mother Jones. Amanda's one of the bravest people I know. Additionally, Mother Jones in general. I know that I'm biased, but love Mother Jones. And also Marissa Cavas, who is at Delaney Hall right now and has been covering it essentially nonstop. She has a fantastic newsletter called The Handbasket, where she does not fall for the same bullshit in narratives. And Amanda Moore has her own newsletter, The Turtle Diaries.
Nice.
But yeah.
Hell yeah.
And shout out Kevin. Kevin from Here's Why Kevin has been there nonstop, putting the pressure on. Actually, fun fact, I was with Kevin when I found out about my indictment.
Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin's awesome. Kevin's a real one. He came
Supportive
into
Kevin.
Chicago to interview us, and my phone kept going off, and I was like, just turned it off because I thought people were being annoying. And then Ethan kept going, Kat, everyone keeps telling me you have to answer your phone. And I was like, they can wait. And then I checked my phone. It was the FBI.
Surprise.
Surprise. But yeah, those three specifically, and there are a lot of fantastic people on the ground right there.
Support freelance journalists.
Support freelance journalists, because God knows that so many in power will not allow really incredible journalists at many incredible outlets. Like, that's the thing, is when people are like, oh, that person worked or works for the New York Times. I have lots of friends who have quit their jobs or considering quitting their jobs because their stories keep getting killed. But they do amazing. Can I turn up volume a bit?
Yeah.
Not really.
Here, just move the mic slightly back. Like, backwards. Here, I got you. I got you.
How's this? How's that, Mia?
Which one? Here, I got you.
Meows.
I'm gonna pull you this way.
Ooh, gotcha.
So you're not as much in the dead zone.
Awesome.
What's up?
Incredible.
Yay. I'm gonna go powder my nose. I look greasy. BRB.
What have I been doing since the primary? I have been, now I'm building a Lego set of my cat, but mostly I've been getting ready to go to trial and setting up Kapow, our organization that is helping integrate mutual aid into politics. And I would love to answer any questions that people have about that, because seriously, it was the most incredible part of our campaign. It was the part that I think gave us, or certainly did for me, gave me the most strength in like my daily life. Can we turn this light just a little bit this way? Towards me. A little more. A little more. Wait, actually, wrong light. Just kidding. That's fine.
I just adjusted it for when Mia was there.
Mia will be back, so that's fine. Since Kapow is not an active campaign org, all can donate. Do I have that right? Yes, you do. It is not a campaign, so you can donate from anywhere in the world. You can be an American citizen. You can not be an American citizen. You can do, you can donate, and there's no maximum either. What was my trial for? I was indicted for conspiracy to injure or impede an ICE agent, and my charges were dropped. Would you say this was all traumatizing? Yes. Definitely. Yeah, I mean, that's something that we don't really... I saw... who was it? I can't even remember. It was a young woman that ran for office in 2024, I think, who wrote something about like how traumatizing running for office was, and that is traumatizing in itself. I am not here to be like, I am more traumatized. But having the legal case on top of everything, and then like having to balance that with my family and my friends being slandered, with the stress of like balancing finances of paying your staff a living wage while also making sure that you can like pay for your lawyers, because guess what? You got federally indicted, was really, really stressful. And then on top of that, and this is something I'm going to talk about a lot, like I had like a weird stalker, and I have a lot of stalking trauma, and that was a lot of stress. And it's just, it was traumatizing, and I would do it again. But yeah, 100%. And that's why we're trying to make politics more accessible for everyone, the people running, the people that are hopefully being benefited by it. Maybe we can do exposure on camera.
Okay, what?
Or is it?
Exposure.
Well, how do y'all feel about light? How do y'all feel about
I
light?
want it to be lighter.
Yeah.
I'm just asking chat. We'll see what they think. Regarding Kapow, can you describe how you incorporated mutual aid into the campaign? I will explain things, and I also want to get Mia's take as a volunteer on the campaign, how they felt about things. Yeah, so from day one, we got our campaign office like less than, or a little, like a month and a week after. It's a little dark. Okay, that's okay. We got our campaign office like a week and a month after starting our race. And from day one, I wanted to make sure that it could be a place where people could come to get what they needed. So we had a mutual aid hub in the office. Is this the right place? Yeah. A mutual aid hub in the office that served anyone that came in as long as we were open. And it's basically like a free store. Like you can just come in and take what you need. And it's sustained by volunteer donations and people in the community that are contributing. We have a lot of people that are like, I have, like one of my lawyers goes to the jail and has they have free Narcan there. So she picks up a lot of Narcan. And she was like, here's some extra Narcan that you have there. And so that was one big part of having our campaign office be a place that people could come to get what they needed, especially with as low barrier to entry as possible. We didn't ask people their names. We didn't ask what they took. We actually like couldn't measure on, we couldn't like quantify things except in cubic feet because we didn't. Yeah, Andre was like, I can tell you how many cubic feet of aid we've given out.
Great.
But like if people come in, especially with ICE, like people are scared. And so they don't want to go somewhere that has like a higher barrier to entry. It's all about accessibility, as Maddie Rich in the Twitch chat said. And so that was the first thing. We also tried to make sure all of our events were really affordable. So even if it was, you could donate literally $1 and still come if it was like a fundraiser or something. And we tried to make those events also ways to benefit the community. So for our first event, we asked for pads and tampons rather than monetary donations. And then we sent those to the Chicago Period Collective. We also made sure that our Pride Party was sponsoring a local organization that helps with trans youth. We had like a backpack drive that was working with local businesses. We did a bunch of stuff with like other organizations. When a bunch of people donated when I got thrown by ICE, we tried to make sure that we were helping support Sanctuary Evanston and Niles and ICER. And then we also had a lot of volunteers that would do like skill shares or do things like helping, shout out Neil if you're watching, setting up like a very intricate board game night where we had like, I don't know, 45 people come. And that made people who were curious about politics or not curious about politics, but they really wanted a free board game night to come. Because that's the thing is when people's material needs aren't met, they don't have time to think about politics. It's also the most common cause of extremism and apathy. They're very related together. So these were all things that got people involved in our campaign because they were like, oh, I can breathe for a second. Or I feel helpless and now I have a way to help. You're a volunteer. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I think that with the Mutual Aid Hub, like, what's the question? Just about the Mutual Aid Hub?
Just like how we integrated mutual aid into our
into the campaign. Yeah. I mean, having a place where, like, if you weren't necessarily up for poll greeting or doing things that were like phone banking, like if you have that kind of social anxiety, being able to go and feel as though you are being helpful and actually be helpful to the community that you are currently living in or working to get someone elected in, there was this aspect of, I know I want to help, I don't know what skills I have, but I know I need to make someone else's life better and my own better. And I think that being able to have a place where you can go find resources for yourself, leave resources for others, was a way of impacting not just the campaign, but you knew that regardless of the outcome of this campaign, good was being done.
Yeah. Like we fed and clothed thousands of people, win or lose, and we lost. Barely, but we lost. But we fed and clothed thousands of people, and that's something that I can proudly say we did and we're continuing to do. And you can help us continue to do that by donating at kapow.works/donate. The pinned links are in the chat. but also like the social anxiety thing and like the not wanting to be involved in like traditional politics thing is very real because a lot of times you're kind of treated as a volunteer on a campaign like, okay, knock doors. Okay, knock doors. That's it.
Yeah. Or like that you're seen as sort of a resource that is just, they use you and use you until you're burnt out, is something that I've heard people say. And I feel like this campaign was like, you volunteer at your own time, at your own pace, as you are able, and you can switch it up. If you're not up for door knocking today, you can go into the mutual aid hub. We need help sorting some clothes that were donated or
Yeah.
what have you. Like, having the control over your own time with wanting to help is huge.
Someone's asking if you had an official title. I describe Mia as like the Chris Traeger or Ben Wyatt of our campaign, like a late stage addition that absolutely made it so much better. And then she would like come in and like help us screen print shirts and like do literally anything.
No, I never screen printed shirts.
What were you doing with all the screen printing stuff?
The screen printing, I helped clean it.
She'd help clean
just
the
helped
screen
clean
printing thing.
I just helped clean it.
Her official coordinator is Mia.
It's true.
Her official title is Mia.
Yeah.
And then Mia's official title is creative
Also,
director.
Creative director. And together we are us.
Together you're Mia squared.
I think that I worked really, really closely with Francis and Andre, and then I feel like Ethan and I spent a lot of time together. Like the volunteer coordinators, I did a lot of poll greeting, I did some phone banking. I also just like loved being in the mutual aid hub and being able to look somebody in the peepers and hand them something. Yeah.
It's also like I want to give a huge shout out to Francis right now, as well as Andre, of course. Andre is a person that will find a task when there's no task to be had, to his own detriment. Like I'm like, hey Andre, I've described it as like we could be in like a beautiful cloud world. Yeah, thank you. And he would be like fussing around to find me extra clouds to sit on.
This cloud is not fluffy enough.
For you, just for you. I don't need any clouds. But Francis especially, and Mia, our creative director, as Andre and I have been dealing with all of the, and this Mia, whose title is Mia, as Andre and I have been dealing with all of the legal bullshit for our sham of a federal case, they have been picking up our slack. And especially mine. And so I just want to give a shout out to them. That is one thing I can pride myself on. I'm good at picking a staff. So, but yeah, if that sounds like a type of politics that you want to see more of, we are working with candidates across the country, including ones that you know that will be on stream like in like a week or two that you really, really like, that you're like, oh, I post about this person regularly. Donate at kapow.work/donate and we can make this universal. My dream right now is whichever most progressive presidential candidates we have, that I can make all of their field offices into a mutual aid hub.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that is my dream, is that we can do that.
Love.
And then put pressure on other Democratic candidates to do the same. Resistance Radio, GB, that's one of them.
Yeah, I feel like it started to sort of become the norm, where like a lot of candidates in the 9th and in other districts were like, oh, community organizing is like super doable.
But then they didn't do it for the candidates for
Right.
my race. Like
Right.
during the SNAP, what's the general goal of this stream? I assume the goal is outreach, connection, forming your community. What's the specific goal of this one? We'd like to hit, I said 22 earlier, but I guess 24 now. We're essentially just, I haven't been able to fundraise because I hate how my life is fucking fundraising now. I've been fundraising to keep me and Andre out of jail.
Yeah, I would like to, from an insider perspective, but also sort of just starting as a volunteer and being just friends with these people that I care about. Like, I want you all to know that Kapow is able to be that same sort of momentum that we had during the campaign. We want to be able to continue giving back to people. We want to continue being able to make that kind of change in different communities. Our friends have been going through an actual like nightmare hell. And I think that now that we're starting to have a little bit more peace, I wouldn't say it's all the way there yet.
We don't know peace. I've never heard of her.
You know, but we now the whole gung-ho for Kapow is able to happen, and the things that we wanted to be doing as soon as the campaign ended were absolutely fucked.
Yeah.
By an indictment and by stupid court and by horrible nightmare situations.
Like, we didn't know. I think it's a red flag, honestly, when someone loses an election and then like the next day they're like, "This is my podcast." But like we were really worried, especially like Andre was like, I just assumed that we'd be keeping it open. Andre was like terrified about the mutual aid hub staying open because he just hasn't worked for candidates that would like want to do that. They like every campaign he's worked on, he has like so much PTSD from them just being like, all right, we're out, and all of this community we built doesn't matter. And so we really wanted to capitalize on our momentum to like immediately go all in on Kapow, but trial. So that's why we're doing. Also, I love fundraising anti-socialite. I want to steal that. But that's why we're kind of doing a little relaunch. Like, we're focusing our streams on that, answering your questions about it, fundraising on these streams for that, as well as fundraising in other avenues. And then we have a big concert at Book Club on June 13th. They've donated the space for us. There are some amazing acts. We will let you know when that goes up. It's exciting. Hey, Kat, I'm curious about running, but I'm afraid of being too poor and needing to work. Do you have advice? I'd love to start my own hub and help my community. That's really lovely. I mean, I'd ask what position you want to run for because it's different wherever it is. If you're running for Congress, it's really hard. I couldn't work because my job is like a conflict of interest. Like, I couldn't work for Mother Jones. I couldn't work for Zateo. I was like, hey, buddy, it's probably a conflict of interest. And he was like, yeah, it is. And so I just depleted my savings, and Ben picked up my slack, but like that would not be sustainable for another year. And even then, by like the end of it, I mean, for the last like 3 months, y'all know every time I swipe my card, I'd be like, for like a $5 purchase, I'd be like, hope it goes through. But there, you know, it depends on the position you want to run for. And I'd also say, and this doesn't sound like the case for you, but there is something that I've seen of people being like, I want to run for something I don't know what it is because I've always wanted to be in Congress. And I'm like, why though? Like, it seems like the best job because you get to help a lot of people, but it also seems like the worst job in the world if you do it well. Like, if you are doing it well, it seems like the worst job in the world because you're constantly going back and forth. I was going to keep heater in Chicago to make sure that I would be back every single weekend. I was going, like, that's taxing. Empathy is a muscle that you have to flex. It's really hard, but there are lots of positions to run for. If you're looking at something at the state or local level, I would recommend run for something.net.
That's good advice.
I was mentioned on strict scrutiny. What's that?
It's a crooked software.
Oh, I should know that I'm a crooked contributor, or was. Sorry, guys. I do miss heater meter. Hopefully we'll get that back. Oh, it's a newer one? Okay, I was doing something. That's my excuse for anything over the last year. Sorry,
busy.
I was doing something.
Heater Lego progress.
Heater
Just a
Lego
quick
progress.
check-in. Yeah.
Those are her little boots.
You see those little feet? Crazy.
But especially like with one thing that I think was really notable about the Mutual Aid Hub was how when we first started, it was primarily serving the unhoused. And then as Midway Blitz came in, it started serving the undocumented community a lot. And now it serves all sorts of cultures, like especially like the French-speaking African community that come in a lot.
Yes.
There was one day that Andre mentioned where it was we had like 10 different people speaking 10 different languages at one time. There was a guy that came in the other week where it was one of those days where it's like too hot to wear like a shirt, but too cold to wear, or too hot to wear to like wear a coat, but too cold to just like,
Yeah.
And he didn't have a sweater, and he was able to come in and get like a little zip up, and he was like, thank you so much. I don't know what I would have done without this. And like, that's a difference that was made.
One of my favorite memories from the Mutual Aid Hub is there was this couple that came in. They were a gay couple. They were both men.
Nice.
And nice. Yeah. And one of them was like, my partner's looking for a coat, and then he couldn't find one that was his size. And then I was like, oh, hold on, like let me keep looking. I have retail experience, and so I was using sort of that kind of mindset. Yeah, like, oh, no problem. Like, let me take a look for you. Let me take a look for you. And I found something, and he was so fucking excited because it was his favorite color. He was like, oh my God, it's blue. And his partner was like, babe, you look so cute in blue. Like, oh my God. Like, not only was it that he found a coat, but it was a coat that he liked and felt cute in.
And like it doesn't when we talk about like mutual aid or when we talk about like food banks or when we talk about, you know, like clothing exchanges or anything that like poor people have to go to. I had to, especially towards the end of the campaign, like get food out of the mutual aid hub sometimes when like I was too busy to like be home and like basically sleeping on the couch and like couldn't go get a meal. And it doesn't have to be something where it's like, here's your pot of gruel, here's like your shitty jacket. It can be like, oh, we're just taking what we need and giving what we can.
Yeah. There's sometimes this attitude of like people that are poor don't deserve things that are nice. And I think fuck that shit. And I think it's been really healing to watch people get to have choice about what they want to take and that they can choose something if they want to that's just because they like it.
Yes.
Like you get to have a coloring book if you want.
Yes. We have so many books at the office. That's one thing that I had to keep convincing people. I'm like, you could take any of these books. We have like these cool bookshelves with like all these books that were donated. And I'm like, please take books. And like, that's the one thing that I feel like people are more hesitant to take. And I'm like, no, take them. Take
the things that make you happy as well. Like that stuff is important to donate too. And like, there's so many things that are for like children and babies where it's like, you should have a little guy to play with when go home and bring it to someone or like, it's just a wonderful thing to see. And I feel like if you have retail experience or customer service experience in Chicago and you're tired of serving rich people at your job,
come hang out with us.
Serve people at the Mutual Aid Hub, and it feels nice.
Someone asked, is food not bombs in Chicago a lot of ex-crusty kids, or is it old burb hippie folks? I love Food Not Bombs. Mike, if you're watching this, I love you too. Mr. Miller. But Food Not Bombs is great. I will take no slander here.
Is that a Mike Miller shout out?
That's a Mr. McMiller shout out.
He used to Miller shout out.
Whenever I'd always be like Mr. Miller and he'd be like, Madam Congresswoman, and now he doesn't do it anymore. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Mike, what the hell?
Mike, what the hell? You're canceled.
So ingrained into our society that poor people are dirty monsters and people don't extend any empathy to them. Yes. Poor people deserve choice and to be happy and to pick things out at a store that they like.
And like, here's the thing, what we're doing isn't new. Like mutual aid is the way that pretty much every Black, brown, immigrant, indigenous community has survived for centuries, especially under our nightmare of a country. But like the way that integrating it into politics is what we are trying to do.
Yes.
We are trying to integrate this into politics. So that way, if you are deciding to vote for someone, whether or not they have a food pantry as a part of their operation is a deciding factor in there.
Yes. Do they want to hold power because they want to hold power, or do they want to hold power because they are committed to implementing change?
And that's a question that a lot of people don't want to answer. But I do.
She do. Also, continue to donate to Kapow if you like what we're talking about.
Yeah. This could be the reality, but we have to be able to reach as many people as possible to do that. And so please donate at kapow.org/donate, or come volunteer for us.
I'll be there.
She'll be there. And we also have our show on June 13th. Do you have an idea of the top of your head for the total cost of the campaign to your savings? Yeah, 100% of it. All of it. I emptied out my IRA with like the $6,000 that had accumulated since my parents helped set it up when I was like 19. It has 0 in it now. It was 100% off the top of my head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do a toothpick too. We'll look really cool. We'll look like greasers in The Outsiders.
Team Toothpick, let's go.
It's been great to give me, like, I always have to have something to do with my hands, and it's like nice to just kind of gnaw on something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like a little thing to chew.
Yeah. Mia got me a little toothpick pack.
Yippee. Respect. Right there with you, and I didn't even run. There you go.
Do you think mutual aid can work outside a city in a more rural area? Yes. And I've talked to some candidates about this. I think it could work really well, especially when it comes to engaging young populations that, like in a lot of like rural areas, a lot of young people are unemployed, but they want something to do, especially if you're giving out stipends or you're having people on as interns or whatever, just as something in the meantime. We had one case where this older woman really needed to move to like a facility but she had no one to help her pack. And so we put out a request on the Discord, and we had like 6 able-bodied, like 20-year-old guys show up there. None of whom knew each other, all just from our Discord that came. And I think that could absolutely be applied in terms of political organizing in more rural areas. So
Is there anything about the mutual aid hub that surprised you, like that you weren't expecting out of it? No wrong answer.
I think the biggest thing was, real quick, someone said, has mutual aid been integrated into politics before? I mean, my inspirations were the Black Panthers and the New Deal, but in terms of like modern politics, like not really in this campaign sense, more in like politically adjacent organizations, which like tons of, like, I mean, who doesn't love their local anarchist collective that has like a mutual aid hub, but like not in terms of politics in this way. But surprising, I think the big thing is like everyone I talked to before I set up the campaign was like, that's not going to work. And like all people that worked in politics. And I was like, well, have you tried it? And they were like, well, no, but it won't work. Oh, thank you so much for the person that donated $50 and said, bring justice back to these cruel ICE idiots and their commanders. Yeah, fuck it. We need to prosecute and abolish ICE. But
trans rights are human rights.
Trans rights are human rights. Absolutely. But I had so many people. The first person I talked to about the campaign was Rania. Actually, it was 2 friends, and they both said, you need to talk to this woman, Rania Patrice. And I was like, who is she? And turns out she's like the co-founder of Artists for Ceasefire. She was also a Palestinian raised in Texas, and she's like my older sister. I love her so much. I mean, you've met Rania. Have you?
So.
She was at the campaign a lot, like at the end.
Then probably.
She's awesome. And and I told her everything I wanted to do, and she was like, cool, bet, let's do it. And I was like, awesome. And she's like, she was Bernie's deputy campaign manager in 2016. So I'm like, this is what I could expect. I really thought political consultants would be more like the ones I met at the DNC, which, by the way, Rania was the reason Secret Service didn't get sicked on us while we were sleeping outside the DNC.
Hey,
so shout out.
Thanks, Rania.
And then when I was trying to set up campaign infrastructure, people were like, well, first off, they were like, oh, there's an incumbent. Sorry, my thumb slipped. Call ended. But if they stayed on, they would be like, that's a huge waste of resources. And I'm like, well, it's not necessarily campaign resources that are stocking this. It's more of a community project to be able to engage volunteers, but also serve the community and make this a third space. And every single one of them was like, that sounds cool if it worked, but it won't. And I was like, have we tried it? And they're like,
well,
no, but it won't work. And I was like, cool. Okay, I'm just going to do it and we'll see.
Let's see if that's true.
And that was a lot of stuff on the campaign, streaming instead of call time. The amount of people that literally like were shit talking me in political group chats, in my DMs, like posting like discourse about it online, being like, this can't last. You can't stream instead of calling rich people for 6 to 12 hours a day.
God.
Fuck you, I did it. Same with like flipping off transphobes, like, and not apologizing for it. I'm just going to do that. Having like a punk show and like embracing things that we like those were things that people were like, you can't do that. That's not how you do politics.
God forbid you be yourself.
God forbid you be yourself. So
yeah, I want to say too, like with the like trying things that work, and I just think has it been working the way it was? No,
right, it's not working, so why not try something different?
It's the whole definition of insanity thing that everyone said for in memoriam. The definition of insanity is doing something over and over again and expecting it to work. So yeah, new stuff, it works.
Like the worst thing that happens is I lose, and guess what? I did, but I got a hell of a lot closer than anyone else thought.
Not to mention you getting that close to winning and not losing was still really good for the world and the community. Like,
who is this guest? This is not a guest. This is my producer.
Hi.
And also friend, Mia.
Hi.
From Chapel.
Hi.
But yeah, just like, I wasn't aware you had a Discord. Is it still running? Yes. Discord.gg/Kapow. Fuck transphobes. We're going to allow that on mod. Thank you. But yeah, why not try things? And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But Jesus Christ, nothing else is.
I think that in this current setup where we are in a place where things are not working, a lot of people are really unhappy. It's like we have to, you say it all the time, and I really like when you say it, which is we have to be more creative. What do people think that is?
Yeah.
It's certainly not.
It's moving to the right. It's going,
Being,
what if we were more conservative?
Being more creative.
What if we were more fascist?
Just means being fascist. Okay.
I've been away for a bit. What happened to Asha? She died.
No.
Guys, I'm just kidding.
Asha's birthday was yesterday. Say happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Asha, in the chat. Happy birthday, Asha, in the chat. Happy birthday, Asha, in the chat. She's being her amazing self, doing stuff like graduating from college and job and things like that. And we're so proud of her and we love her.
Asha's a beautiful, amazing angel that is.
She's seriously the coolest person I've ever met.
I miss her so bad.
I miss her so bad.
No, Asha is actually just needs like money and to go to school. So,
right. And I get that.
And that's, what can you do? We're going to just keep saying happy birthday and that we love her.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe it.
Hey, you thought about running
Donate to Kapow for Asha's birthday. I think we should be okay with
Yeah,
that
donate to
saying
Kapow
that.
for Asha's birthday. I'm going to say it for Asha. If she says no, she can come on and yell at me. It's fine.
Yeah, it's true.
If art and culture is all downstream from politics, that's a trickle-down dynamic, punk, hardcore, hip-hop, etc. We're all politics, so why shouldn't campaigns look like concerts? I love that. Why
That's
shouldn't
really
campaigns look like
lovely.
concerts? Also, someone asked, have I thought about running as alderperson of my ward? No, because I like my alderperson. That's also why I didn't run for local office, because I like my local politicians. And I don't like how things are working at the federal level. Like, people are like, why is this carpetbagger running for federal office? And I'm like, I actually want my alderperson to have, like, to individually know like every single house on the block and something about it.
Mm-hmm.
And like, while I love my community and I'm very invested in my community, Maria Haddon, when it rains, comes and gets leaves out of the fucking gutters. Like,
that's
I
fun.
see her in her car going down, she'll be like, hey Kat, and I'm like, hey Maria. Like, that's, first off, I don't have a car. Second,
Fun fact though, getting leaves out of the drain after it rains, fucking fun, guys.
Is it?
It's fucking fun. One
maybe
time
she's selfish.
No, I think maybe. Hey, it's entertaining.
But like, my experience is like fighting fascists, and that's where all the fascists are. They're not in Rogers Park. They're in DC, and the people in DC are being affected by. Maria Haddon is a badass. Absolutely. Shout out Maria.
I know you've said it before, but genuinely, I'll say it again for posterity and just so someone else is saying it too. Like, the fact that you wanted to run for something federal, your specific skills, and this is something that I agree with, there's more people to take down on a federal level than there are to take down locally. Like, there's not a huge right-wing
in
presence
Illinois. We put our politicians in jail. Like,
yeah.
In Andersonville, there's not a lot of fascists in Andersonville, but there are a lot of fascists in DC, and a lot of people catering to fascists in DC, and I wanted to blow it up. So
there you go.
Metaphorically. Donate at kapow.org/donate. Ask more questions.
Are we getting stereo, Mia?
I think what you're doing is especially pertinent when DNC consultants think authenticity is the most important thing. Like, that's actually authentic and not pretending to have a personality. I have mentioned this story a billion times. But I remember at the DNC having multiple consultants ask me, because like my brand is associated with authenticity. It's just like,
what do you mean?
Talking. Like, I mean, anyone that works with me knows this. When I'm writing scripts for videos, I say it out loud. So like, I have to do it in private because I look like an insane person. Mm-hmm. And so they were like, so how do we like get authenticity? How do we make authenticity? Buddy.
Dude, actually, what are you talking about? I think that is something that you should seek professional help on if you're asking that question. I don't know how to
like,
answer
you are
that for
fundamentally misunderstanding the thing you're trying to achieve.
You know how there's something in you that kind of feels like it is you?
No. No, I don't. Never heard of that.
Do you ever feel like maybe there's like a voice in your head that's you? Have you ever felt that? No? Okay.
It's like when I learned that some people don't have an internal monologue.
Okay, this is interesting discourse. The imagery versus dialogue.
No, not even imagery. Like, there's just nothing in head. Because like, I get like blind people, deaf people have like different things going on in their heads. Like, everyone has different languages in their heads. But like, apparently there are people where like people that see movies and they hear like someone talking to themselves in their heads and they're like, I don't understand what that is. And I don't understand how existence works like that.
And I do not either. I'm a little frightened that is real. Chat, if you don't have an internal monologue, why?
How does that work? Like, do you just start doing things?
If you don't have an internal monologue, hear me now. This is your monologue. Donate to Kapow. You want to so bad.
You want to so bad. That's your internal monologue. It's completely silent in there. How do they know it's silent if there's no monologue? How do they know it's silent if there's no monologue?
What's the other part of it? What is it usually? Like, is there
like a diagnosis for this?
Okay, they switch their brains off. Well, how do you do that? Asking for a friend. It means no conscience. I don't think that's true.
No, like it's just straight up like they're like, oh, I read a book and like I don't know how you process that if you don't have an internal monologue.
Right.
But I hear words when I read, but not any other time. So how do you think? No, like I'm genuinely asking, like, how do you think?
Please. Anendophagia. There's a word. Okay. There's a word for it. On or off? Okay.
Oh no, I think I have something wrong with me. Oh no!
Oh no! I'm sorry.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Not professionals.
We're not professionals. Maybe something's wrong with me because I'm thinking stuff.
I'm thinking a lot.
I'm thinking a lot. I think way too much.
That's what
I
I'm
wish I could
saying.
think less.
Asking for a friend, how do you turn it off? Like a lot. Yeah. So when you read a book, is it, because for me it's like I'm reading words and it's, oh, hey. Sorry, it's a piece of the couch. We're not going to talk about it. When you're reading a book, like as you're reading words, like the landscape almost builds around like a painting. Like I can see it.
Yeah.
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 And so what happens when you're reading a book? What do the words mean
If you can't see it.
if you can't?
Also, someone said, if I DM you, will you respond? I don't know. It depends on what you fucking send, man.
Be
Are
normal.
you asking for pictures of my feet? No.
Be normal.
Be normal. And even if you're normal, I might not respond because I get a lot of DMs. I'm sorry.
It's true.
Yeah. Set 6-7. Thank you. Donate kapow.org/donate. Can we hit 22K, y'all?
22. Maybe 22 was the reasonable. 24 would be nice.
24 would be nice. Because if we raise enough, we can hire Mia on full time. And that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be fun. I'm here regardless, but I'll start saying that I'm not, if it would help. 22K goal, let's go. Yes. Thank you, High Proxima. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Oh, chat.
Yeah, if you want good feet pics, just message Tim Onion. He'll give you the good deal.
Sure.
Guys, don't. Sure.
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Shout out to Zoran for not going to the Israel Day parade.
Yeah, I think that's the first time the mayor of New York hasn't done that.
I love during the debate when they were like, will you go to every parade? And everyone was just like, what the fuck are you talking
Who
about?
cares?
Who cares?
Sorry.
Ooh,
Sorry,
we
no one cares.
got the fun question in YouTube chat. Should I answer? On the left?
Yeah.
Oh, what's my stance on Israel's right to exist? Israel does exist. That's the thing. It does exist. And I think that people have rights, not countries. And I don't think if a country has to engage in apartheid, that country should not exist in its current form. Now, if there are equal civil and legal rights for everyone involved, including reparations, right of return, and ensuring that people are held accountable for war crimes and crimes against humanity, then that's a different story. It's just like when you're talking about whether it's a two-state, one-state, or a transition solution, it has to be made by people there. But if a country cannot exist without apartheid, that country in its form should not exist. Just like apartheid South Africa should not have existed. South Africa exists with lots of problems. I struggle to trust white people from South Africa.
It's
but
still there, though.
It's still there.
It's still there.
I met a white guy from South Africa where I was like, ooh, and he was like, and we had to leave because my dad kept getting the shit beaten out of him for fighting against apartheid. I was like, hell yeah, man,
okay,
that
yeah.
rocks. So anyways.
Yeah. I think that's a good answer.
Yeah, I think this is it's supposed to be a rhetorical trap when I just think it's a pretty,
It does
I think that
exist.
everyone deserves equal civil and legal rights. I think that war criminals should be held accountable. I don't think that children are responsible for their forebears' crimes. I also think that reparations and right of return are a necessity in any instance where people have been forced from their homes.
1,000%. I feel like just because something was built on a system that was harmful and painful and wrong doesn't mean that the people that live there now can say we're gonna be different from that moving forward. Things are gonna change.
Everyone has to be the same. No, it's I mean, like, as many of y'all know, I come from a family of Nakba survivors, and if some, like, for me, if someone told me I could have my grandfather's or my great grandfather's hotel back, but I displace hundreds of people, like there is a complicated question of trauma begetting trauma, but that's my own
Yes.
personal choice of like I would not take that. But there are also many other forms of right of return and reparations that can be enacted, and apartheid is not in any of those. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I think that's the key is if,
and also no theocracies
yeah,
of any religion. I don't think any. I think every country should be secular.
strongly agree. Strongly agree. I think as if the answer means displacing families and more apartheid, then the answer's no.
Yeah, that's really brave of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And the truth is, I also would love one single state with a true democracy, but like we got some places to go that's not super popular at the moment in either side for understandable reasons. So I
There's a fun one.
eventually we'll get there. Where?
Is it illegal to say the newest?
So it's illegal to say fuck ICE and abolish ICE now. You might get put on a list because I said fuck ICE and abolish ICE. Fuck ICE and abolish ICE.
Fuck ICE and abolish ICE.
You guys indicted me once. What are you going to do now? I shouldn't do that.
Well,
Guys, that was like so much.
we're not asking lawyers questions anymore, and it's showing.
And it's showing. Josh, I'm so sorry. No, fuck ICE, abolish ICE. Freedom of speech, but only for fascists, I guess.
Hey, yeah.
They also said we couldn't say I believe that we will win. That was supposed to be evidence against us. Fuck this pig, shame. Which, by the way, it was never alleging that any of us said these things except I believe that we will win and up with liberation, down with deportation. These were just things that other people said that were
Okay.
listed in the government's reasoning for why they indicted us.
Great. Fuck ICE, abolish ICE, fascists fuck off. Yeah.
What's your opinion about the current political situation in Russia? I got to be real. I'm not super keyed in on Russian domestic politics, but I will say, like, I don't think that I've been doing stuff. But, like, I do think that Putin, I think democracy is good. That's kind of like my answer for everything. And I think invading countries is bad. How do you separate political work from the rest of your life? I don't. If you just don't, how do you manage not to collapse every day? Build different. Just kidding.
Built different.
Build different.
It's hard to not collapse every day.
It's hard not to collapse every day is the answer. And like, I'm really lucky that I have a partner that shares my values. And I think that's really the answer is, Ben is like my strength on all of this,
And heater.
and heater.
Cheers, heater. I think if you can go home and act as though everything's fine. Honestly, this is I think Brennan Lee Mulligan said this in a series of Dimension 20, but it's how can everything be okay in here if everything's not okay out there?
Yeah.
There's this aspect of it's really hard to exist in a realm that's not political. We are inherently politicized. Our bodies are politicized. Our friendships are politicized. Our relationships are. And so I think it's a real privilege to be able to go home and say, well, there's no politics in this house. Well, that sounds nice, but
It's like the amount of people I talked to on the campaign, and no hate here, I actually loved it when people would be like, I'm not a really political person, but I'm really interested in this because I just really fucking hate ICE. And I'm like, I have
That's
something to
enough.
tell you. I have something to tell you.
and I hate to break it to you, that's politics, baby. Welcome.
That's politics. And there's also like, I mean, the same is true with like any fascist takeover, war, revolution. There's a lot of boring stuff. And then I'm literally making a Lego set. When Andre and I would go to Broadview, we would leave at like 3:30, 4 a.m. every Friday morning before we were indicted. And but like the night before, I would do all my laundry because I knew it would be like covered in like pepper balls and like
Yeah.
tear gas. So I'd want to make sure that like my laundry was clean. So I'm just like sitting on the ground, like dreading the next day folding laundry. But there's like a lot of this shit that's just folding laundry.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Last stream we were talking about religion. How do you think about mixing politics and religion? Ooh, this is a fun question. I think it's like respecting religion is good.
I think an individual beliefs.
I think it should be like separate in terms of political laws and shit, but I think it has to exist to uphold people's religious freedom.
Yeah. Is there's something, what's it, separation of something and something?
Hey, Kat, do you have an answer to my question above? I mean it genuinely, not meant as an attack on you. I don't know what question it is. I'm sorry. I got two chats open. Can you put it in the chat again?
Yeah, what was your question?
J Klein 0079. Please donate kapow.works/donate, and we can help other candidates, including ones that you know and that you like, to wait, don't scroll because it's just gonna get fucked up.
Okay,
They can put it again in there.
cool. Separation of church and state. Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Separation of church and state.
Church and state. But freedom of religion is important. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be able to have your religion.
What podcast do you listen to? Joe Rogan. Well, Joe Rogan. I'm keeping an eye out for your question, J Klein 079.
Jay Klein, we're not. Oh,
Ooh, what is it?
thank you.
I like you and most of your beliefs. I get why you're pro-Palestinian and anti-Israel, but how do you parse out all the violence and death to Jews stuff at the protests while pushing for Palestinian rights?
The question was, how do you parse out all of the, like, I get that you're Palestinian and upholding this, how do you parse out the, can you say it again?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
How do you parse out all the violence and death to the Jews stuff at the protests?
How do you parse out all of the violence and the death to Jews stuff at the protest? And I'm going to ask chat not to be annoying here. I'm going to say a few things. And I want to start by saying, as someone that covered conspiracy theories for a living, anti-Semitism is very real. It is the basis of almost every conspiracy theory that exists. It is the basis of the Great Replacement theory that has inspired almost every mass shooting of the 21st century. The greatest allies in Palestinian liberation and Palestinian rights are Jewish people. I have never been at a protest, and this includes student encampments, where I have seen any of that. I have seen people, for instance, I've seen, a man lighting elderly people on fire in Boulder just for being Jewish. And that is one thing that I, just as so many of my Jewish friends have drawn a line saying absolutely the fuck not in my name, and the war crimes that we see in Gaza, the same goes here. Our safety and our futures are intertwined with each other. I have witnessed several times of people going down, because that's one thing, is the right has tried to capitalize on the Palestinian movement to try to capture people down an anti-Semitic rabbit hole. And I have had, and especially circles on the left, of people not realizing that they're parroting talking points, and then I or someone else having to correct them and being like, hey, this is not okay. This is the reason why. I think it's really important to recognize those things. I actually held a workshop at a conference for Palestinian people where it was a bunch of people's grandmothers and grandfathers, where I was like, hey, I know on Facebook you think that you're looking at something and it's for pro-Palestine, then you realize it's from Jackson Hinkle, and then you're like, oh shit, this is a Nazi. Let me teach you how not to do that. And it was literally a hotel ballroom full of people like that being like, yes, I don't want to fall down that rabbit hole. So we can't tolerate anti-Semitism, but we also can't conflate, just as we can't conflate Israel's actions with Judaism, but we also cannot allow that shield, because it endangers that shield that people like Chuck Schumer are trying to use when they attack students. So I have never seen someone say death to Jews at a protest. If I did see that, I would tell them to fuck off. And they had a sign, I would tell them to leave if I had any sort of organizing there. That's not something that I or any of my Palestinian family or friends would ever say, or I've heard them all say, heard them not say, I mean. But I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. How do you not conflate it is you don't. You don't
conflate it. And it's also hard because the goal is to conflate those things to give cover for Israel's crimes. And that's really difficult.
Yeah. I think that was well answered.
Thank you. I've had to talk about it a lot over the last year, which I'm happy to.
Were you doing something?
I was doing something. Yeah.
Very difficult and can be exhausting. Yeah. I think that you have done an amazing job of not collapsing and falling apart, and it's easy to not conflate it by just not doing that. Yeah.
But I also think it's something that I'm just amazed by my Jewish friends of standing for, including one of them that's in this room. You're not Jewish, right?
No, I'm not.
No, it's not this one. But
My husband,
Like-
though.
Oh, really? Keaton?
Yeah.
Cool. But I, except with the exception of like some really aggressive like Twitter, like I hate like using this term as a pejorative, but like Twitter tankies that are like insane. Um, I've never had people be like, "You're a fake Palestinian" for saying anything that I just said. And I know so many of my Jewish friends have lost family members and friends and relationships for standing up for human rights, and I'm consistently amazed at how they continue to stand for what's right. Like Andre has always told me he learned never again, and he thinks that's never again for everyone.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And I think that the majority of Jewish people that I know and love know that and say that as well. And I think that there's a
And it's also very
Yeah.
real when you have fucking white supremacists taking over,
Yeah.
shouting "Jews will not replace us" at Charlottesville, and seeing, I'm a firm believer, no matter what flag you're under, if you commit a war crime, you need to be held accountable for that war
Yeah.
crime. But to see that and be very on edge, especially as someone that like grew up Republican, very similar ideas of, things that I had to unlearn.
yeah.
And so, yeah, just
The things that they are having to unlearn and confront is something that I have never had to confront on that scale. So to
Yeah.
my friends that have done that, you're very brave and I admire you.
you're very brave. Hey,
Hi,
you're very brave.
love you. Want to talk about If Not Now?
Yeah, I would love to talk about If Not Now. If Not Now was endorsed me, and also I want to answer my question real quick that said, would you run for office again? I don't know, maybe. It really depends. I ran because I thought there was a need for someone that understood the right in Congress. Maybe everything goes really well in the next 2 years.
What if it does?
That'd be so cool.
What if it does?
I would love to not feel like there is something missing from our leaders.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I answered your question. But yeah, let's talk about If Not Now, which was one
I'll be
of
right back.
our partners on the campaign. They endorsed us, and they do a lot of fantastic work organizing for peace in Israel and Palestine, and meeting people where they are, specifically that unlearning that we were talking about, but also in a non-judgmental space. But they also advocate against ICE. In fact, the first time I went to Broadview was with a vigil for If Not Now, like early August last year. They're absolutely incredible, and we are happy to still be working with them as Kapow. And you can help support us, support other organizations, because that's another aspect of Kapow. So many left organizations are in competition, and we want to make sure we can collaborate instead. And so we are allowing orgs to use our space if they'd like, trying to find ways to integrate our goals with theirs and vice versa, and trying to do, and no, I can't turn up the volume. It seems like it's pretty much the max on here. But we're trying to help all these organizations that want to work with us or that we want to work with be able to work together rather than always competing for the same resources, always trying to find money where there isn't because we're not the right. We aren't funded by AI billionaires. So you can help us do that by donating at kapow.works/donate. And shout out to If Not Now. Seriously, Raven, I love you. Boom. We're making good progress on Lego heater. I don't think we're going to finish her tonight, though. Thanks for letting me use this place as a studio until I have an actual studio.
Of course.
I'm going to make you a big cake.
No.
Yeah. What type of cake do you like, Mia?
Red velvet.
Me too. I've never made a red velvet cake. I guess I'll learn.
People say it's not just red food dye, but I think it's just red food.
I think it's just red food dye, right?
People say.
People say.
Someone says, how does it feel to have a Wikipedia page?
It's how does it feel to have a Wikipedia page? Mine's really long for some reason. Like it's exceptionally long for someone that just like ran for Congress once. And it's funny, there are some inaccurate things on there, but I just don't correct them because I have better things to do. But I have used it to get into bars when I forget my ID. And I'll be like, does this help? So that's cool. And shout out to, I can't remember her name, but there was this woman that was editing my Wikipedia page a lot. And she would like, whenever I would have like an AMA or something, she would pop in. And that was kind of fun. I felt like I just had like a side character I was talking to. Wait, you can do that? You're not supposed to do that. I don't think the alcohol authority would be very happy with knowing that I showed my ID to get into a bar.
I wouldn't like that.
But they let me do that. I would like to ask a question that is embarrassing for me. May I do so? This seems like some weird fetish shit, but if your comment's weird, we'll just delete it, so sure. Okay. Little white tummy.
Kat, what do you think is missing from your Wikipedia?
What do I think is missing from my Wikipedia? I don't think Heater's in there. Is she in there under personal life?
I don't know.
I don't know. Someone check.
They're in there.
I also think it's fucked up on Ben's. Like, I have known professionally as Kapow, which I don't go by anymore. Oh, wait, this person, on the off chance that I have lost access to the Discord because of doing something stupid that I regret, can I earn my way back into your good graces? I am not like a mod on the Discord. That's really vague. I think you can appeal decisions, and then it's up to the mods on how they would do that. But mine's like also known professionally as Kapow, which I don't go by anymore. And then Ben's doesn't even have like also known as Tim Onion, which is really fucked up. I think he deserves to have that on his Wikipedia page because it's stupid. All right. Guys, we've been at 21,161 for a bit. Donate at kapow.org/donate. Can we hit 22,000 in the next 40 minutes? I bet we can.
I still don't know that Tim Onion is Ben.
Oh, yeah. Tim Onion's my boyfriend, Ben. Wait, Tim Onion is Ben. Yes. It's really funny because people just straight up forgot his name. Is Tim Onion like Tim Apple? Yeah, that's the joke. And a lot of people have forgotten about that Trump bit. And so they just think that his name is literally Tim Onion and he coincidentally got the onion, which is very, very funny.
Coming back, we have to be nice about my sweat stain.
Perfect.
Oh my. You have made some incredible progress.
I know. I knew of Ben as a reporter for NBC. Yeah, he was great. I had a big crush on him because I used to cover the news, and I would watch. I actually got really good at listening to 3 different news feeds at one time for my job.
Very Gen Z of you.
I actually learned how to do that from like a Gen X producer that I met at a baseball game, who's still my friend. What's the origin of Heater's name? I'll tell you in just a sec.
I love that story.
But I would watch Ben on NBC, and I was like, damn, he's really cute. And so I'd like send him like the Slack chat, be like, he cute. And then now I live with him.
I will ask you to tell the story of knowing that Ben was the one as many times as humanly possible. Like,
Sure. What's the origin of Heater's name? She was found on a heating grate in the middle of winter in the Brooklyn projects. And we did not find her. She was found by a lovely rescuer. And they were going to TNR her, trap, neuter, and return. But then she had feline leukemia, and she was also very sweet and smart. And so the Brooklyn Cat Cafe kept her.
Any dragon updates?
Any dragon updates? Yes, Ben and I went to go see a dragon. We're going to foster to adopt. He's healing up, but he's not very happy because he just has to be in like a little cage right now as he's recovering, and he has feline leukemia, and he's a little grumpy, but it's okay. If there are incorrect statements on your Wikipedia, that means that the sources the article references make those statements. Yes, I completely agree with that. I love Wikipedia. I actually have, I did that thing where you can put Wikipedia in your will. So if I die, some of my pennies will go to Wikipedia.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I will be
Wikipedia
looking into
emailed me
that.
and they were like, would you put us in your will? And I was like, sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. That's why I'm not like, I don't get mad at there being bad things in there.
Mm-hmm.
I have leukemia. It sucks. I'm sorry. That
Oh my
sucks.
gosh.
If it makes you feel better, Heater doesn't have leukemia. She just has a virus called leukemia, which also shortens her lifespan. But
Is feline leukemia not?
it's not a cancer.
Interesting.
But it puts you at higher risk for cancer and like it like basically ruins your immune system.
Okay, interesting. So it's more like an autoimmune disease.
Yeah.
Cool.
She and I both have autoimmune diseases.
Hey.
Narcolepsy is an autoimmune disease.
I
Or
did
can
not
be.
know that.
Yeah. It's one of the most, like, one of the highest, like, correlation to, I know correlation versus causation, but the correlation's so high is a childhood response to the flu that makes you develop, your body attacks the cells that make like hypocretin, like the
Oh my
chemicals
god.
that keep you awake. And I got the flu really bad when I was 11. About 6 months later, I couldn't stay awake to save my life.
I am shocked.
Yeah.
That is so interesting.
Yeah.
Shrimp interesting.
Mia squared. What are y'all's thoughts on Wikipedia?
Love.
No notes.
No notes.
They're great.
Yeah.
I use it all the time.
Well, guests talk about some of your ink.
Oh, sure. That's very sweet. Got my mom tat. Hey.
Wait, real quick, do you know of any progressive candidates running the same way as you, i.e. mutual aid, hub, progressive policies,
Yes.
live streams, etc.? Francesca Hong actually just opened her campaign office modeled after ours, but you can help us do that. We are helping candidates do that by donating at kapow.org/donate. So if you want to see more candidates campaign like us, donate. All right,
there.
tell us about your tats.
Okay, first one I ever got was this one. It's my snake. I got it
Oh, yeah, the snake.
in Rome.
It was pretty.
I drew this one. My friend Anya did it.
It's pretty.
This one, I don't know. After the first one, you know what? After the first one, it's kind of just like whatever. One of my favorites is my ladder, though. This one.
Love.
And it's modeled after the ladder that my grandfather had in his basement, like my whole life. And then I use it in my house as like a place to hang blankets and stuff. And it's just like
Aw.
it was in his bar, Orlando's bar.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
Was it here in Chicago?
Was it? I don't know, actually. I think it was in
Okay.
Michigan.
Gotcha.
I think it was in Michigan. But my family did spend some time in Chicago up until this most recent generation. So, yeah.
Yeah. Someone asked if I have ink. I have one tattoo that's small on my hip. I'm not showing it to anyone. It's not like inappropriate. I just don't like it and I want to get it covered up. And then I'm gonna get after the trial, I was like, I'm gonna get the Morton Salt girl tattooed on me.
Cute.
And then I also want to get like the Eye of Providence, like the one you see on the dollar bill, which there's also this gigantic, like fucking gigantic rendition of it in the courthouse when you go in on the wall. And I really want to get it on my ribs because it just looks so cool. And it would give conspiracy theorists a fucking heart attack.
Yeah.
So I want to do that. Maybe I'll get heater tattooed.
Yeah.
I
I'll
don't
give you a tattoo sometime, too.
Ooh, I'd love that.
Yeah, stick and pokes. Let me know 'em. When it rains, it pours. Yeah, Morton Salt. There you go.
Yee.
Thanks for the question about my ink. Pretty. Oh. Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
Where'd it go?
Here it is.
Can I help?
I found it.
We got it. All is well. How are you in water?
I'm good. It's still hot.
Okay, cool.
Wasn't there a campaign tattoo promise made if we hit a certain amount and we didn't? So sorry, guys. That's on you. Is blaming viewers a good way to keep people watching?
We'll see.
We'll see. Mia, how'd you get?
Tonight, you'll show your tattoo.
Yeah, if we raise $30,000 tonight, I will show y'all my tattoo that's on my hip, really close to my vagina. Sure.
Yeah. And we're wearing a dress today.
And we're wearing a dress today, so easy peasy.
What were you going to say? Sorry.
Where did this thing I was supposedly made? Oh, there it goes. I saw Backrooms the other day and Obsession. So, that was good. Obsession was so much better. Obsession was crazy good. No pun intended. So what does Kapow do? I'm so glad you asked. For everyone that's been on the stream since the beginning, sorry you guys get the spiel again. One of the biggest parts of our campaign was how we integrated mutual aid and direct action. Me, you staying over there?
What do you want?
Either one. I just wasn't sure if I should scooch in or not.
You should scooch in for a little bit.
Okay.
I'll come back soon.
I'm
Tell me when, but talk about Kapow for a minute.
gonna talk about Kapow for a
the
minute.
newbies, welcome.
And so we integrated mutual aid into our campaign. I wanted to do that from day one because I think we waste a lot of money in politics. And so I wanted for some of our operations and our, I wanted to make sure that we were helping people, especially because so many people have lost faith in politics. And so from day one, I wanted to make sure our campaign office operated as a mutual aid hub so people could come in and get what they needed. And to this day, that office is still operating that way. We fed and clothed thousands of people throughout the campaign, and a bunch of people in politics were like, oh, that's stupid. That's not going to work. That's a waste of your time. And they were wrong. It was the number one persuader for undecided voters. It was the number one recruitment tool for volunteers. People feel helpless in the face of fascism, and we gave people an outlet. We said, hey, maybe you think all is lost in politics, but you can at least help us do this, and maybe you won't feel that way. Because I certainly feel that way sometimes. I don't blame people who do. And it was, we want to help other people do that. So first off, we are keeping our mutual aid hub open as a way to help other candidates run this way. I want to make this the expectation rather than the exception. I want it to be kind of a mark against your campaign if you aren't operating like a mini food bank outside of your office. And we are not just helping other candidates do that, but we are also keeping our own office open. We have events almost every single day, from park cleanups to movie nights to game nights, all of which have been run by Mia Squared, Francis, and Andre. Do we have the calendar for this week? No. I know we've been taking the weekend off.
We have some topics for sure. Art build.
We're going to be doing an art build this week, which will be exciting. We'll keep you all updated. We really needed to take a long weekend after the trial, not trial, and the craziness of everything since the campaign. And so we're doing kind of a little relaunch now that we can put 100% of our time into this. So you mentioned having books earlier. Are there any books that you would like to see in the mutual aid library? Let me think on that. I think we could really use some more like instructional books, books that are helpful for people that are like learning a skill. We have a lot of fiction in there, a lot of nonfiction, a lot of kids books. Is our boy Andre here taking a well-earned rest? I mean, Andre never rests, so but he is not here.
Yeah, his rest is that he's forced to drive.
His rest is that he's driving across the country right now. He got the rest of his stuff from his last place. So yeah, we are also helping other orgs. We are trying to organize with other organizations on the left, so we're not competing. Instead, we're collaborating. If not now, is using our space for monthly meetings. Yeah. We're working with some like a tenants union. We encourage anyone to come in. But the thing that I'm really excited about is the campaigns that we are currently working with. We've also had tons of candidates from all types of races across the country reach out, and I've been having one-on-one meetings with them. Yeah, please donate at kapow.org/donate. We are $700 from our goal today. And we are having our big concert on June 13th. And unlike with the campaign, you can donate even if you're not an American. So please donate. And if you have been following since the campaign and you're not an American, it's time to cash in for me on you.
No limits.
No limits. No maximum either. Boop, 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 bop.
What about some good mutual aid stories?
Good mutual aid hub stories. So many. Sorry, I just fucked this up. One sec. We had a woman that came in and like months ago who had more severe needs than a lot of other people, and that we couldn't provide, but we knew we had a friend, Bonnie Khan Agnasanti, who runs the Niles Township Food Pantry, who connected us with some resources to get this person the help they needed. And they were able to come back about a week ago and let us know that they had found full-time housing, and that they still have a long journey ahead, but it's because of how our wonderful staff, including our creative director, Mia, treated them with dignity and kindness and had what they needed in that moment, that they were able to get those resources. I think that was really cool. Also, someone said, I didn't get Obsession. I hated the main character. Good. But I understand why that might be the draw for women. Yeah, I don't understand what you don't understand. I remember reading a New York Times reviewer where they're like, this is really an old ball and chain story. No, it's not. If you haven't seen Obsession, go see it. There is more stuff with a dead cat than I would have liked. And can be triggering for women, but you'll feel satisfied at the end, or anyone it's really about shitty men. But yeah, that was, I think, one of the most, like, it was a slow burn because we learned that like a week ago, and that happened like almost a year ago when they first came in. There were these two older women that are sisters that are disabled that come in, and they would come and get our campaign literature and make sure to disperse them among unhoused people. We have, I think one of the coolest things was there was this boy named Koyo, shout out Koyo, coolest kid in the world, who he and his friends, they were in middle school at the time, they're in high school now. They would like do food drives for fun, and then they would bring it to our campaign office. And Koyo was so thoughtful. He would include like nail polish and perfume because people deserve that too. And then I remember helping a woman in our hub that was like, oh shit, I can like paint my nails now. That's awesome. And that was really cool. Okay. How does this work? Okay.
How's the progress?
It's good. I'm worried I fucked up something. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we're almost at 22.
We're almost at 22. We're $600 away. Can y'all donate at kapow.org/donate? When is your election, Kat? I got some bad news, buddy.
Oh.
I got some bad news for you. I'm so sorry to tell you. Why won't this go? I'm supposed to put this on the side.
Is it the other?
Or on this, yeah, like that.
Towards the back?
Oh, got it.
It happened.
It happened.
Wow.
We got one side a heater.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I really love the little feet on this.
I know. They're just like her. She
It's
has little
so
bunny
beautiful.
feet. She
Sorry,
goes
I
bunny,
keep
bunny,
moving
bunny.
away from you.
Little
Have you
bunny
ever been to Cuddle Bunny
No.
in Chicago?
What is it?
It's a place where you can like set up a time and you can go hang out with bunnies.
I would love to do that.
It's like a cat cafe but bunnies.
Oh my
guys.
God.
Yeah.
Do they let you hold them?
They crawl all over you. There's like 2 or 3 per little enclosure, and like every 15 minutes you go to a new enclosure with new types of bunnies because they're bonded pairs because they're certified lover boys. So
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I think Heater would really like a bunny or or immediately kill it. I don't know. One or the other.
one or the other. If you get a really big one, like a Flemish one,
And
I
she's
don't
so
know.
little, so she probably'd be like, whoa.
They might be same. Like you could get one that's similar size.
Cat cafe, but bunnies. I know.
Cat cafe but bunnies. Cat cafe but ... bunnies.
Huh.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you were there for one of my favorites, which was someone came in while we were doing an art build. Yeah. Do you remember their name? No, I don't either. And that's, oops, sorry. But this person came in and we were doing an art build that day. And Mia and I were painting the new Kapow sign with a couple other volunteers. And this person came in and they were getting stuff from the mutual aid hub. And then they were like, oh, are y'all painting? And we're like, yeah. And they were like, I'm a painter. Like, I love painting. And Mia, art director Mia, was like, come on in. And so we just hung out with this person for like maybe like an hour or two until their friends were like, hey, where are you? And then they were like, okay, I gotta go meet my friends, but thanks for letting me join. And so it was just this really cool moment of like, not only did they come in for resources, but they also came in and got to we were just having conversation and chilling. So
That's awesome.
that was super cool.
There was one of those uh in the summer. I don't think Mia was working for us at this point. But we were doing like a mutual aid day of putting shit together, and some Mormon missionaries rolled up, and they were like, "Hey, you guys are helping people here, right?" And I was, and like, if y'all weren't here for Mia's and my very long discussion about religion for our 12-hour stream, I firmly believe that there are people that genuinely, like, there is nothing better than someone that genuinely believes in their faith. And I'm not going to comment a lot on Mormonism, but these two Mormon missionaries show up and they're like, "Hey, you guys are trying to help people, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Can we come in and help?" And I was like, I'm not sure that y'all want to, I'm not sure if you'd agree with everything I agree with." And they're like, "Cool, don't tell us what it is." And then just came in and helped us all day. And I was like, okay, cool. They didn't like evangelize or anything. They just like came in and they were like, I did appreciate them be like, "Don't tell us what you believe."
Yeah, you know what? Let's skip over that.
Let's skip over that real quick.
Let's just help people.
Let's
and
just,
we're good.
and I was like, oh yeah, you know, we really needed help folding that day. So
It's definitely something I've talked about in terms of in terms of like a cool aspect of the mutual aid hub is like it's really easy to work as a team with people when you know that at a base level they believe that everybody deserves care and access. Like if we're talking about sort of the pillars of like what's needed to have a sustainable and happy life, and access being one of those pillars, I think that it's a lot easier to just join hands and get down to business when you know for sure that people are believe in that.
And you also make friends. Like there are a lot of people on our campaign that are like
yes.
lifelong friends. Some people I like started dating because they were like folding fucking clothes in our hub or like doing an art build or coming to a game night. And that's cool. That's cool as fuck.
Yeah, game nights are also very fun. We have some Pokemon card enthusiasts. We have board game enthusiasts. I don't know if you've ever played Wingspan or that kind of thing.
I haven't. I'm really excited to be more involved in games. I've literally been doing more call time than I did on the entire campaign, trying to get Andres and my legal bills. So like everyone's like working really hard at Kapow and like doing like fun shit like game nights as well as very hard work. And I'd be like at home like being like, "Hi,
help,
I'm under indictment and so is my friend, and I know you're really rich. This is pocket change for you. Give us money." And it shows that I didn't do call time during the campaign because God, I am bad at it. So yeah, I'm excited to be a part of that now.
Everyone wants to do this kind of stuff but don't know how and think they can't. That's part of what Kapow is trying to do, is show people how to do it.
You can just do stuff. There's so much stuff that you can just do. That's like the biggest advice that I give to people when they're like, "What advice do you have?" And I'm like, just do shit. Like you can just do stuff. You can do things, and oftentimes there are no consequences for it. And that's why people do a lot of bad stuff. But it turns out you can do good stuff and there won't be bad consequences for it either. So if more of us do that, then maybe the bad people won't keep having their way.
It's true.
Not enough real socializing anymore. Campaign would be such a cool place to meet new people. That's part of what we're trying to do, like create a third space. And yeah, I just
even for me, who has a substantial amount of privilege, having that third space was actually so life-changing, just to be able to go somewhere and meet new people, and it also meet people that I wouldn't normally cross paths with.
Yeah.
And just be like, "Oh, we're vibing right now. This is so fun." You know, I think there's a similar to empathy being a muscle you have to flex, so is like new social interaction. Especially
as you get older, you know? I subscribe to the what I call the preschool line of making friends, and that is just where you go up to people and you go, "Hey, will you be my friend?" And that's how I made pretty much all of my friends when I first moved to Chicago. It's still how I make my friends.
I'd say that's pretty similar to how we became friends. Yeah.
I think we literally asked, "Will you be my friend?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a worm.
Here's a worm.
What's your favorite color?
What is your favorite color?
Green.
Cool.
Yeah.
You seem like a green person, like a forest green.
Yeah, like a deep green. Sometimes a lime green. It kind of depends. I like to keep it open. Yeah.
I don't know if you don't mind, but it's orange.
It's probably orange. Yeah, I would have guessed.
Yeah. It's orange. It makes it really easy when people are like trying to like get a gift.
Someone said, "Hey, will you be my friend?" Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless you're a fascist, then no.
Unless you're a fascist. Correct.
Lojito. It took more than 2 years of having her for Ben and I to realize we could call her Hito.
Hito?
If your group is large enough, you can print cash. Nope. No.
Okay,
I don't think
no.
that's how that works.
I don't know about that. Need win.
Kat, I knew you'd win. I donated. Thanks for donating. You were unfortunately wrong on your forecast, but I appreciate the faith. I think your hairstyle want to be friends. Yeah. Unless you're a fascist.
Unless you're fascist. That's really the one caveat I feel.
Yeah. People are like, but, you know, everyone has different political opinions. You don't have to be a fascist.
Just try not doing that.
Just
and
try
let's
not
see
doing
how far
that.
we get. Yeah.
Like, as someone that grew up around a lot of, like, legit libertarians and genuinely still have, like, there are some things, like, during my deposition from Musk's lawyers, they got so frustrated because, like, I wouldn't put words in people's mouths because I was like, I don't know, you have to ask them. And then they, like, when they talk about businesses, they'd be like, I don't know, businesses should be allowed to do what they want within the law, and the law should make sure they don't abuse people, but, like, that's separate. Like, they don't want to advertise on your Nazi site. That's none of my business.
Yeah.
And,
No, period. Like, actually.
and, like, that's, like, you can be, like, conservative or whatever and not be a fucking dick,
Yep.
but that's also, like, you have to understand, like, my thing is you can have a variety of different approaches, but you have to be working towards the same goal, and that's everyone deserves equal rights. Everyone deserves to have enough money to save and spend and eat and go to the doctor, all that shit.
And have game nights.
And have game nights. And, yeah. And, like, at some point when everyone does have those things, we can talk about, hey, maybe there's a little bit of excess here. Maybe we could instead put it towards this thing.
Right.
You know? But we're not there.
But we're not actually
not
there yet. And so let's maybe cross that bridge when we get there. Like, I would love for a world in which everyone gets to focus on what is joyous and what is fun and what is more than the bare necessity. But guess what? We're not.
We're not there.
We're not there.
Okay, heater side.
Heater side.
Did I do it right?
Yes, I think so.
It's not as close as...
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
We have... Okay, we're so close to 22.
We have $559 left. Please donate at kapow.works/donate. We are working on a way to integrate noises and such, but that won't happen until I move and get a new studio that has Ethernet net.
And until
And
we
everyone
have enough
W
money.
other Mia for helping us fucking set up this temporary studio. Otherwise we wouldn't be streaming for months.
Best art director in the whole world that there ever was.
Creative director.
Creative director.
Yeah. So if you give it to us, we'll spend all the money on gold bars like Bob Menendez.
Yeah, and we'll stack them up in front of the camera and we'll stare
And we'll go,
over
ha
'em.
ha ha, ha 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 ha, ha.
These are our gold bars.
They're not yours.
W Mia, yes. W other Mia, yes.
W every Mia in this room. Mia is a good... It's a shame that MIA turned out to be a fascist.
Oh my god.
Because most Mias are good, but I think because it's MIA, it's
right, it's not actually
Unbroken
their name.
Streak. Looking for 7.
7.
So many numbers. I almost called them letters. That's not it.
Yay!
Yay! Guys, it looks like a little bunny.
It's so cute.
It's so
It's
bunny coated.
So cute. The little feet.
Please donate. Kapow.work/donate.
How much? For some reason, the math has escaped. $554.
$554. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I get this too? Yeah. What do y'all think of Lego time with Mia and Kat?
Is Lego time good?
Is Lego time good? Is it supposed to be a cat? Yeah, but it's not done. You have to know that. You can't be a dick about that.
I heard that.
Yeah. That's okay.
It's all right. Could you? Oh,
It's
could
okay.
use more Lego. Okay. Fair. Lego's always a good time. The heater toy is not electronic. This is just a cat Lego set.
But you can open and close the mouth.
That's huge. And look at the feet. Wow.
Little feetsies.
Little feetsies.
Guys, Heater's becoming a lap cat. It's awesome. She comes over. She makes biscuits on my stomach. I've had her for 3 years. She didn't do that before. But I had to kind of like force her into it first.
Yeah.
So like she would start purring next to me, and then I would start doing the same where I'd pick her up and put her on my stomach, and then she'd run away. But now she like sits there, and then she started doing this. So she'd come over and she'd make biscuits on my stomach, and then pretend you're a heater, right?
Okay.
And pretend you're trying to like get away from me, okay? And so I like put my you do it slow, like you're looking, and I'm like this, so that way she's a cat because she doesn't have like a line of sight, so she's like, oh, so
You put the blinder
the
on.
only way is the horse blinders, and now she just lays on my stomach.
Yes. We're doing it.
That's fair. That needs toe beans to be a 10 out of 10. But
Yeah. Well, we could make some. I don't know.
lap cat's not so fun in the summer. I think you're just ungrateful.
Yeah, I think you should rethink that.
Yeah, I'm gonna put on our favorite Mikkel Nintendo Lo-Fi.
Yeah, lo-fi for the last 10 minutes. What time is
Oh
it?
yeah, I forgot to put on Lo-Fi for all of it. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I think the clack and movement of Legos is also satisfying.
Just
The Lego Legion. Indeed.
almost fell.
The slow cat head turn is so real too. The like slow escape. Of
I
the
know.
cat.
She's like, I'm gonna go on Pillow Mountain, and I'm like, no, you're not, because it's not there anymore.
No.
It
no.
doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. All that's here is right here on my stomach, on my tummy.
All that's real is tummy.
All that's real is
It's
tummy.
tummy time.
You should adopt a cat from Treehouse.
I would love to go.
Yeah.
I know.
You can come with us to see Dragon again.
I would like to next time. I know
Yeah.
it didn't work out this last time, but we will do that. We'll do that.
Favorite Nintendo game? What about you?
Me?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Where'd my Twitch chat go?
I mean, I like Pokopia a lot.
Pokopia is a banger.
I think I have whatever, I don't know what it is about myself, but whatever movie I last saw and whatever game I last played is my favorite. That's just how it works for me.
Wait, the Lego fraud story? What happened? Someone tell me more. And please donate at kapow.org/donate, because we haven't
Please.
moved a little bit, even though Mia and I have begged, and we did
Please.
math. We did math. $554.
Mm-hmm.
What's the Lego? What's the Lego fraud story? Why are you saying it's batshit insane? Am I running for Senate again? No, because I've never run for Senate.
We have 7 minutes. What's the Lego fraud story? Also donate.
Also donate, but mostly what's the
But mostly.
wait, what's your favorite Pokemon and would you eat it?
Oh. My favorite Pokemon right now is Ditto because I'm playing Pokopia. And whatever I last am doing is my favorite. And I wouldn't eat Ditto because I think he would taste like an oyster and I don't like them.
Okay,
Does that answer your question?
it's a good question. Yeah.
It is a good question.
Yeah.
But I think what we said, who did we say was an eatable Pokemon?
A bunch of them.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, Milcery or Milkery or however you say it, because they're made of milk.
But
And
that's a
there's-
cop out.
It is. I don't think food-based Pokemon should be allowed to be a part of that.
I wouldn't eat my
You
favorite
said
Pokemon.
Combuskin. I thought that was good.
Yeah, that would be a bang. That would not be battery chicken.
No. Oh,
No.
That was the thing. Recency bias. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 6 minutes.
6 minutes. Oh, we got up to 521, so we have $479. Thank you so much to whoever donated. We appreciate it.
$4.79. 6 minutes. $1 would be sick. $2 would be sick.
$3 maybe.
$3 even.
I know that's crazy.
That's kind of
That is kind of
wild.
crazy in this economy.
Yeah. There's the link.
Link in the
It's
chat.
right there. And it also look at the meter. Wow. Look at how Mia was able to do this.
Look how Mia was able to do this.
And that's on the screen just for you lovely people. Wow. There's
Magikarp seems
Magikarp
edible.
is
It's really
worse.
not. Why? I wouldn't eat my favorite Pokemon. Huh?
Oh my god.
I'm just saying I wouldn't eat it.
We talk so much about the proteins.
Look,
yeah.
I'm just saying Gardevoir is my favorite Pokemon, and I'm not eating
Oh,
that.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I'm gonna date her.
Yeah, I would like to someday have a part of stream that's talking about why some Pokemon are just hot people.
Wait, okay, so you probably don't know this. This was like a whole thing the first day of my campaign.
Oh my god.
Because I went on Juniper's podcast, which is now called, I think, Kill the Computer. And oh my god, thank you to whoever donated like $100 or multiple people that donated.
Go.
Thank you. We're so close.
Let's go. 22. 22's the goal.
We could talking about fuckable Pokemon's really doing it.
Hey.
So there's also a picture of me in a Charizard onesie because my friend in college got me this Charizard onesie for my birthday, and then took like really nice pictures with their really nice camera all around campus. I'm wearing like stiletto heels.
That's so good.
I'm doing all this, and then COVID happened, so those are my senior pictures.
Oh my god.
Which my mom loves, and
I'm sure.
Someone was like, posted it and was like, I'm gonna go to every old folks home in Evanston, and oh my god, no. First time chat too. I'm gonna go to every old folks home in Evanston and show them this picture and tell them that Kat is dressed as a Pokemon or something. And I was like, I really want to see that. And then there was a sexy Pokemon, and then there was and I'm in a child's onesie, by the way, because it was a 12-year-old boy's onesie fits me. And but then in the Kill the Computer Discord, it was they were like talking about the most fuckable Pokemon, and so right wingers tried to like put it up as like a dunk or something, but instead I was just like, keep talking about this, sure.
Yeah.
And then just posted that picture and raised like $20,000 on that picture.
It's okay to have fun.
Nope. You can only be frigid, annoying assholes about everything. That's all that's allowed now.
In the Pokemon universe, humans might just be a type of Pokemon.
Nah.
I don't think so.
No.
Because we forced them, in their universe, we forced them to battle, and according to Pokopia, without humans present, they just chill.
They just chill. It's almost like it's a metaphor for real life. Just kidding. We've never done anything wrong ever as human beings.
Right. No.
I'm going to keep going until I finish this part so I don't lose track.
I mean, honestly, yeah. We have 3 minutes left. The goal is 22. We're getting closer.
We're getting closer, guys. Guys, we're $258 away. Can we do it? That would be so cool. That would be so cool.
That would
Can
be
we do it?
so cool.
That would be so cool. That would be really cool
That
for
would be
us.
really
We would
cool.
really appreciate
3
that.
more minutes. 3 more minutes.
3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. We can make a song about 3 more minutes. Please donate at kapow.work/donate. Donate. kapow.work/donate. We have 191 concurrent viewers on YouTube. And we have, hold on, I have to pull up the Twitch stats. 1 sec. There we go. And 320, holy cow.
Oh, yes.
327 viewers on Twitch. All right, yeah, if everyone donates like $1 here, we're good.
Everyone donate $1.
Everyone donate $1, or if you're worried other people won't donate $1, donate $2 or 100 or 10 or $1.
There are infinite numbers.
That's not true. It only goes up to 87.
Oh. Wait.
1,000.
Okay. Are we having our first fight? It's about numbers.
It's about numbers.
Because between 0 and 1, there are infinite numbers.
No.
But actually on this,
It's just
in this particular case.
There are 87 numbers.
Okay, got it.
I give Cat Abagazali all my money.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Give some money to
You
yourself.
should not do that.
I don't like money, and I think that we should have a world without it. But right now we need it to survive. So please make sure you have money for yourself. But if you can, please donate.
If you can.
We had someone donate. We have $232 left. And we're going to keep going until I finish this section of heater. So it'll be like an extra 5 minutes.
We're going to do an extra 5 minutes.
It's like a little cop out, but you know, I had to finish this section.
$1.
Yay!
Yes!
Thank you.
Every dollar counts.
Every dollar counts.
Thanks, Mark Nguyen. Mark Nguyen 9851. Thank you.
Benwin space 6688. No money like Star Trek or like Becky Chambers' Monk and Robot series, which I love, and I love their concept of money, and I wish that it was our concept of money. And I screwed this up. God damn it.
It's okay.
It's okay.
We're sticking it out until this section is done. So you do whatever you got to do.
Thank
And
you.
There's no time limit. We're here.
We're here.
We're fine.
We're here. Do you want to get pho after this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to
Like
see if we can
actually
eat
in
in
20
20 minutes.
You believed in me. You believed in me when no one would.
Yeah. Keaton did too. I'll give him
No,
credit
he
for
didn't.
that. No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Guys, we're getting closer. We're like 69 cents. Love to see it.
Love.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fun. That's good.
And now that I'm not under indictment, we can make 420 jokes.
Hey.
Hey. All Donate $420.
Sure. Pho, the Vietnamese soup. Someone's calling it soup.
Why do people do this to me? Why do people do this to me?
Another $1.
Hey, thank you.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Get in there.
What's that voice?
I don't. Isn't that a meme? There's a kid and he's like.
Maybe.
He's like, right, get in there. Let's go.
Have y'all ever considered streaming the events y'all host via Kapow to let people outside Chicago see and understand the work y'all do? So it's we actually have some updates on that on a specific thing, which you'll hear about not today but later. But it is actually really difficult to stream things based on like internet connection. Oh, thank you for the $5. We appreciate it. And we're 180. Oh, it went up same time. We gotta figure out a way to integrate sound into this. We gotta have Holy Cow come back. Holy cow! We'll do that every time now. Don't worry, guys. But
Holy cow!
it's really difficult to integrate streaming into things because it's a lot of work and you have to have a stable internet connection. And so when it comes to like, we do have virtual game nights and movie nights that you can join on our Discord from anywhere in the world.
It's true.
But it's difficult to have like a big event that's streamed.
Also safety.
Also safety.
And if you're holy kapow. So
Holy
true.
Kapow. I
So
love
true.
that.
So
So
true.
true. I'm always
We're-
saying that.
We're so much closer now.
Math. Guys, $133.
Mhm.
I'm not doing the cents. That's too much work.
No, the sense is also. It's looking like hopefully we can do 2,200 and then 0.69.
0.69.
0.69.
22,000, you mean?
Yeah.
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 Have y'all ever? Oh, we already read that. Yeah, you can join. Like, if you are in the Discord, we often will during game night like have a stream just in the Discord of everyone playing games.
Yeah.
So come through.
But like to do stuff on Twitch is difficult. There is a reason that I am at a second location because fucking landlord at my other place, the other studio I was using, I don't know where the Wi-Fi comes from because it's not a router that I can plug into.
That's bizarre.
I know.
That is truly bizarre.
So, yeah.
What Lego model is she building? A heater Lego model.
It's actually called Heater. They were like, we're gonna do a just regular orange cat model, and then we thought, no, Heater Abogazale Collins is the way. That's also another part of the Mutual Aid Hub is how many people have contributed to it. It's always a delight getting a package from someone with diapers or period products or clothes or toothbrushes. Someone sent us a bunch of like hotel soaps.
So clutch.
God bless them.
So clutch.
God bless them. And
$2, thank you.
thank you so
Holy
much.
cow.
Holy
we're
cow!
so
Holy cow! We're $7 away. $7 away.
$7.
$7. Holy cow, y'all! Thank you.
Ah!
We'll make the sound as close as we can
Yeah.
to it.
Yep. Oh.
Holy cow!
Yay!
We did it! We did our goal today!
it!
Yay! And this is just with like our first like little stream back. Charles, if you're watching, I love you, and we're in this now. We're putting our whole pussy into it because we're not going to trial, so it's great.
The whole pussy.
The whole pussy.
And nothing but the.
And nothing but the pussy.
Yeah.
But that's one of the best parts of the Mutual Aid Hub is how many people help, like people bringing stuff that they, weren't using anymore or wanted to help for other people and all of this. But I think something that I really, I wanted to bring up and I forgot.
Shoot.
Shoot, we were talking about.
Talking about mutual aid
Mutual
streaming.
aid
A lot
streaming.
of work to do the stream on Twitch.
A lot of work to do stream on Twitch.
Something there.
Maybe.
Something.
Either way, people come in every single day and help us. Oh, and what we had, like, someone sent a bunch of pet food because we also have pet food because guess what? Poor people deserve to have animal companions and take
Yeah.
care of them and often take better care of them than rich people. And someone sent in a bunch of it, like a whole bunch of it, under the name Heater Abogazale Collins
Oh my
as the
god.
recipient.
That's so
which is very cute.
How long do we have before you sell out to the Illuminati? Not gonna happen.
Well, I mean, I'm literally going to get the Eye of Providence tattooed on my ribs. So.
Yeah, but that's just for fun.
That's just for fun. Fun fact, the Illuminati was basically just like a pretentious book club.
$10.
$10. Thank you. Thank you very much. Holy cow.
Holy cow.
Holy cow.
Not this time. Boom.
Mia, what are you working on?
A rose.
A rose for jacket.
That's beautiful.
Yay.
You're
What is
very
the
good.
Discord link? Discord.gg/Kapow. Kapow.
Kapow.
Do you think Dems can get back in control if they follow our method, or if they just don't capitulate to fascists every single moment they can?
At literally every turn.
Being like, oh, I don't even have to in this instance, and I'm going to do this. Oh, who's calling me? I'm just going to answer on stream.
Sure. Hello?
Hello? Hello? Hey, Sean from Chicago DSA. I'm currently on live stream right now. Can I talk to you later? All right, cool. Thanks.
Cute.
I think they're having like a thing this week, and they're just calling me as a DSA member, and I feel
That was
and,
awesome.
yeah.
No, that was
That
awesome.
was nice. It's better than the Tribune fucking calling me, being like, renew your subscription. I just threatened them. I was like, if you keep calling me after I told you not to, I'm going to contact the Better Business Bureau. I'm going to become Karen. It's fine.
Or stopping an interview to find that the FBI was calling you.
Yeah.
Always fun.
That's classic. To be fair, I didn't finish the interview. I did the
Oh.
whole interview and gave everyone a heart attack. And then when my felony got dropped,
Okay.
Ben thought I was dead because I was in another interview. I was filming a documentary in New York, and I turned my phone off because I didn't realize the time zones were also my hearing, so I had no idea my felony got
Oh,
dropped. But once
no.
again, I was in an interview as that was happening.
Oh no.
So, oops.
Oops. That is a very cool shape.
Yeah.
That's a cool shape, guys. Excited for you to see it. It's like a... What part of body?
I don't
Leg?
know.
Leg.
Eeg.
Leg.
Ah.
Someone said, have you considered streaming Stardew Valley? It's happened.
It's happened.
And it
And
can
Mia was
happen
on it.
again. Yeah.
You were on it.
Yeah. It's true.
And I'm really good at Stardew.
Yeah. Watching you in the mines was awesome.
I have 100% at Stardew.
That's fucking sick, dude. I want to know more about Stardew. I get this fear that I'm missing something whenever I play it, that I'm like, there's something that I don't know and I'm missing it. And it almost like I feel as though I need to have like a book open and do this step by step.
That's the fun part is you have the book open at first, and then you get used to it, and then you're like, oh, okay.
And then it's just fine.
Where does this guy go?
Ow.
Wow. Oh, here?
Is that just an extra piece?
Maybe, but it seems like a pretty big extra piece.
Yeah.
Okay. Where you go?
All right. Okay. Just a chill game. You don't
Oh,
need to-
okay. Last part.
Okay, cool. We figured it out. All is well. Is there a multiplayer game we could all meet in? Sometimes we play Among Us on game night, virtually and in person. So you should come through to the Discord and play Among Us.
Darius wants to make a Minecraft stream, whatever, server.
Arius wants to make a Minecraft server. We have talked about it. Now that you mention it, you're so right. Minecraft server someday,
My
hopefully.
idea is that we make a mutual aid hub in
Oh!
Minecraft.
For people to get what they need. Like
that's
my
so
Animal Crossing
cute.
server that's like fucking hacked so you can like jailbroken.
Yes!
That's cute.
Oh
I
my
love
God,
that.
Yes.
That's so cute. I
Okay,
love that.
We're wrapping up, so I'm going to step out.
All right, we're wrapping up, guys. Thank you so much for contributing to Kapow. Thank you so much for our little return to streaming. Please mark June 13th on your calendars if you're local, so you can come to our very cool concert at Book Club. We will be continuing Lego Heater sometime this week. I'm not sure which days we're streaming, but I'll let you know. And W Mia's in the chat. W Mia squared in the chat. We love them very much, and they're the ones that make this